Okay.
We are going.
Trip ultimately to Estero. This may be an epic adventure. How do you say it?
Steinhatchee.
Steinhatchee. Apparently good fishing in Steinhatchee, so I'm excited to check it out. We were going to stop at Cedar Key, but we know Cedar Key a little bit. Sleep, wake up, hopefully fish, and then explore. Later that day, probably late in the evening, drive on down to Estero, and then hang out down there, do some fishing, go to the boys' state gymnastics meet, and then figure out the plan to come back. If April doesn't have jury duty, we'll continue the adventure. But if she has jury duty, it'll be a long Sunday as I have to drive all the way back.
Gotta do my civic duty.
So anyway, should be good adventure. Right, boys?
Yeah!
All right.
All right!
Okay.
So we drove. But I got up early in the morning to do some fishing. Fished a lot of the docks around Steinhatchee. Really cool, fishy looking place, but unfortunately for me, no fish to be found. Got a good sunrise though. Lost one gold spoon when I hung it up in the tree as I was practicing some skip cast. Maybe I'm just not quite ready for that. But got a lot of good sightseeing in. So I found the boys back at the hotel and moved towards breakfast. We went to McDavid and had the best hot donuts I've ever had in my life.
That's really good, isn't it?
So we drove some more, and then we found Fanning Springs State Park. The boys hung out in the water, saw some manatees, and it was a good time. Then we got back in the car, and we drove some more. We got to the hotel just in time for dinner, and we went to Cantina Laredo. The enchiladas got a score of 5.7. Not bad, and better than most Southern Florida enchilada spots. Brooks gave them a 7.7. Dash gave them a 2, which seemed a bit harsh. But Jedediah brought the real pain with a score of 1. They must have been pretty good though, because it all ended with a dance-off before they left the restaurant.
Brooks and I got up the next morning and we went down to Estero Bay and fished a random bridge, but our luck did not change as we also saw no live fish. There was plenty of dead catfish and pinfish all over the place. Tons of wreckage from Hurricane Ian all over Fort Myers. They're still doing a lot of cleanup. Hopefully the fisheries are doing okay. More driving. Then we took the family to a Estero town city park because there was a freshwater river, and the boys and I all fished that. And guess how many fish we caught? Yeah, we didn't catch any, but still, good times. We took a break in the shade and had some pine berries, which were strawberries but not strawberries, and they had a weird center, but they tasted really good and the boys liked them. That container lasted about 45 seconds, which is typical for fruit with this crew. After that we found some crickets to terrorize. Then we, you guessed it, drove some more all the way back home for some sushi and salad. When we drove, we had dinner with some friends. Good times were had. After dinner playground activities. And the next day was the big day, the Florida State Gymnastics meet. Here's Brooks, Dash on the rings. Looking good. Here's Brooks on the high bar. Getting the job done. Both the boys did really well. Super proud of both of them. Dash came in second overall and headed to regionals, and Brooks came in 7th place. We ate snacks and drove for 9 hours to our house. We got up the next morning, got the boat ready, took it out for a cruise to our fishing spots. Got some lines in the water, and we finally got that fish we've been looking for.